Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome to another First Division show. Fixtures on Friday night. Start off, with Cobh and Treaty. Big Munster derby, or is it? But yeah, who's winning this one?
There's so many teams down in Munster in the First Division now. I swear to God, every game's a Munster derby.
We'll do two. There's too many Munster teams in the First Division. We'll do that, will we?
Yeah. Look, I think Treaty might win this. I think Cobh will obviously be disappointed with how they lost, and how they lost to Wexford. And they'll be looking to bounce back. So I'm gonna go for a Treaty win.
Treaty win, yeah. I mean, look, I'm just looking at the table here, and it's not that I'm looking at the league table. I'm looking at the games, JP. And if teams of 2 games, 1 game, Longford haven't even played a game yet. We'll get to them in a minute. And just that 9-team, I know their match is cancelled, but that 9-team thing, it just annoys me a little bit, to be honest with you. Cobh had a disappointing start against Wexford, but they put in a good performance. Treaty had an excellent start when they won 5-1 against Wexford as well, actually, funnily enough. So how are you seeing this one?
I think even though Cobh put on a good performance last week against Wexford, I think the way they played against Wexford, they're going to have to go even better against Treaty to even, I think, get a point. Because Treaty put on an excellent opening day win against Wexford 5-1, and I think they'll win this one as well.
Yeah, I think I'll go for Treaty as well. It's a full house there, lads. Wexford taking on Athlone Town, Ferrycarrig Park, and obviously Wexford a mixed start, but they'll be happy enough for 3 points after 2 games. Athlone, 1 game, 5-2 home defeat to Waterford. How should judge them on that, because Waterford are a really, really good side. We've seen other teams get hammered as well already in the league, so it's just a case with Athlone. I keep saying it, but they're probably the most unknown out of all the teams in the league in many ways at this minute anyway, aren't they, for us, the likes of us?
Yeah, they remind me of Kevin Teely at this minute in time. You can't predict them.
That's never good.
No, you just can't predict them at this minute in time. But I'm gonna go for Wexford to win this. I think they'll have enough for this game, and I think this will get them off the mark.
Or Keno, do you hear me, JP? What do you think? He's going to win this?
Yeah, I think
another win.
They bounced back well from the opening day defeat. They came behind twice against Cobh. They get the win, and as you say, Athlone are unknown at the minute. They've a good manager in there, Martin Russell, but I think they've a lot of new players still getting to know one another. They had, I think, was it 1 game, and then they didn't play last week, didn't they? So
yeah, true.
So they've 2 weeks where they haven't played. So I'm going to go for Wexford.
I go for Wexford as well. From their point of view, it's great to see Beanie Corcoran on the pitch scoring goals. It's all down to how fit he is throughout the season. It'd be very interesting if he gets a proper season, because he's going to give them a lot of points, I think. With Athlone, a lot of Athlone fans might think we're criticising, but it's just simply we don't know how good their players are that they brought in. It's as simple as that, really. I'm going to go for Wexford as well. It'll be interesting to see how Athlone actually do in the game, to be fair. I suppose the big game, really, certainly on Friday night, is Galway United and Waterford FC. Waterford started the season very well, 6 points for 2 games. Galway started the season very well. They really grinded out that result in Cork, because Cork battered Conor Cairns for a long part of that game. He made some great saves. But this is going to be an interesting one, actually, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah,
it's in Galway, by the way.
It's a game that I'd have liked to see.
Yeah.
But I think Waterford will go there. I don't think they'll play an awful lot of football. But I think they'll have the quality to win it. And I think Waterford will win this. I do. Look, Galway were fantastic and a great win. They clung on for their life. A typical John Caulfield performance. But I'm thinking now, and Ian Morris. He reminds me of a similar type of manager, and
the younger John Caulfield, the younger, better looking John Caulfield, is he?
I think you're doing him out there. I don't know if you're ever being called the younger John Caulfield. I don't know if that's good. I I'm not gonna comment on that just for everyone listening. But
we let the people comment on that one if they want to comment on that one.
yeah, no, I do. I think Ian knows now. I think Ian is a master in the fourth division at this minute in time, man. I think he'll know how to grind this out here, and I think it might be a draw. I can't see Galway winning it, but I can see Waterford winning it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna win it, I think it'll be Waterford. So I'm gonna go to a draw to a Waterford win, but I can't see Galway would get taken out now with this.
So whichever happens out, then we'll say, I got that one right last week. JP, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a packed house, to be fair, DC Park, first game of the season at home again, and obviously winning in Cork is a huge result. They'll be, I think, just with Galway this season, I think there's a determination in them after the start of last season that they know if they don't start well this season, they won't be able to catch up because they'll think Waterford might do a Shelburne in their heads, whether they do or not is another thing. So it's a massive game for Galway in that sense, isn't it? Even this early.
It is. It's a chance for them once they lay down a marker. They Waterford, they say, look, you aren't going to have it all your own way. We've touched on it before, and Ian Morris, he knows how to get out of this division. John Caulfield, until he took a Galway job, had never managed in this division. He finished second last year, got knocked out in the playoffs, which will be hugely disappointed that they didn't even at least reach the final.
Dreaded second position.
Still, that doesn't sit right with me.
The second place?
Yeah, for me personally, I think Galway were second for the whole season. And they were really...
The point and challenge, Keno, isn't it? I think if you finish second, the pressure just is...
That's it. And I think it should be top two go up, bottom two go down, and whoever finishes third bottom is in the playoff, and whoever from third down to sixth or seventh, whatever way you want to do it, fights it out in the playoff. But the plays the team that's third bottom in the Premier. But that doesn't sit right with me. Or even
I'm in the same boat, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Even if a team that finished second in the first division was already in the final of the playoff. In the first division playoff, if you get me. And let's say Bray and UCD, or sorry, not UCD, Bray and Cork had to fight it out to play Galway. You know, I think maybe that gives them a better advantage. But maybe they get home advantage, like they're home and end of story. Something like that. It doesn't. You finish second, like you finish second, and very often you finish second a good bit ahead of third. That's happened a couple of times recently, you know. So look at even Longford, who nearly fell out of the playoffs, and they ended up in the Premier Division. Do you know what I mean? Look, that's the magic of the playoffs. We get that it keeps everyone entertained and stuff like that. But at the same time, I genuinely believe if you finish first and second, you should be in there. You know, you should marry your spot. And third bottom in the Premier Division is in the playoff. You know, and I just think that now would probably do better. It's something that doesn't sit right with me at all now.
No, I agree 100%. As a result, JP, who's going to win the match?
I'm leaning towards a Waterford. Same as Cian. I can't see Waterford losing it, but I think it's going to end up a draw.
Has to be a Galway win, doesn't it?
It's a chance for Galway to lay down a marker early doors. They say, look, we're not going to let you have it all your own way the way Shelburne did last year. But I think Waterford have 2 wins under the belt already, and I think they'll. I don't see them losing this one.
I have a funny feeling Galway won't let them win as such, and I think they'll get something out of the game. It'll be one of them, like whatever we do, they're not winning. They're not coming to Galway and winning. So I think they'll get a point, to be honest with you. So Longford and Cork City, and we're a couple of games into the season, and Longford are playing for the first time. It's just crazy, really, isn't it? To be fair, I don't like the 19 league, but look, City, Collins Stadium, obviously Longford, Cork. It's a difficult one, Cian, to predict because Cork, a couple of games. Longford haven't played at all. Do they come in cold, but do they come in a bit unknown at the same time? It's a weird one.
I'd say they come in unknown, but I'd say they are playing friendlies right away.
Oh yeah.
So they'd be well used to playing. Is this game Saturday? Is it?
This is Saturday, yeah.
That might be one to watch on the old dodgy box.
7:30 on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you have Sligo on Saturday as well, don't you?
7:45. Yeah. Have you got two dodgy boxes?
I do actually. Just for the record, I'm both
Once you've two dodgy televisions to go outside.
Yeah, no, I do. I think it's going to be a test for Cork. They'd be bitterly disappointed with the result in Galway. I don't think the performance was actually as bad, but they'd be disappointed with the result. Look, I've been Cork's biggest critic for a number of years now, probably. But I do. I think they have it in them here to get up this year. I do. I think the fan base, the place was rocking the other night for the first of it.
Nearly 5,000.
Was that? I don't know. That has to be up there with a record. Was it a record crowd for first division? I
haven't seen any records, but it has to be up there, doesn't it? Surely.
I think Derry had about 300 fans down there when they were in the first division. What do you think, JP?
Derry packed the brand out. They took nearly.
Take that, Keno.
I couldn't tell you, JP. I couldn't tell you what it's like to play in the first division.
I'm not saying. I don't think we ever topped what Cork did the Hour Night League, but
that's amazing. But really, that's incredible.
Yeah, look, it's fantastic, and I think if they can keep that support up, I think that can be the 12th man. Look,
even 75% of it.
You see, the problem is it's easy to come out for the first couple of weeks, and it's easy for the telly to come out and show the games for the first couple of weeks. I know this is the first division; they don't show first division on the telly. But it's easy for RTA to go to Pats and Tolka. It's easy for that, but if you're going to a Sligo and Dundalk game in 4 months' time, in 4 months' time on a Saturday, you know what I mean? And that crowd won't be there. But it's trying, like I said, it's trying to grasp the amount of young kids at that game in Turner's Cross as well. It's if you can even give them kids one little memory that just keeps them coming back, you know. And I do. I think if you can grasp that, I think they will get a big crowd and a Cork win. Like I said, I've been their biggest critic, but I think this year they can get up this year, and I believe that. I do.
JK, who's going to win this game? Difficult one for Longford to judge. It's very difficult to judge Longford at all, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It is, because as you say, some teams are going to have 3 games played, and they're on their first, and it's a shambles the way it is, and I think the FAI, for future seasons, they need to look at this and think, right, we can never allow this to happen again. It's happened a few times now in the last few years that we've had a league where there's been an odd number in it, and I don't think it doesn't sit well with me, and it doesn't look right either that there's a team missing out every week. And you look at Longford, who had their first game postponed because of the weather, and then they were due to miss out the second. So they are coming into this one, and a wee bit they'll be coming into cold in the fact that they haven't had competitive matches. You can play all the friendlies you want, but it's a competitiveness that you want. Cork have had 2 of them. They've had a good 6-0 win away. They've had a really good
competitive game,
where they lost against Galway, but they put in a really good performance. And on the back of that, I think I have to go for a Cork one for this one. Basically because Longford haven't played and Cork are under the 3rd game.
Yeah, I'm going for Cork to win this one as well. And it's Bray's turn to take the weekend off, although they might be happy with that this weekend after the start they've had. We'll leave it there, guys. Please subscribe, hit your bell notification button, and like the video if you enjoyed the content. And thanks for watching again.